This is our father's house, his dream house in Lumberton, Texas, where he and my sister lived along with 2 foster children, ages 1 and 2. From a distance, it all appears fine, but inside told another story. In some places, the furniture appeared unmoved, although it was covered in various types of mold, and in other places were in complete disarray, and you could tell where things had been shifted about. The water level inside marked 74 inches high. It sat for 7 days straight. Mold was everywhere. Kitchen cupboards, furniture, clothing, doors, much of it was still soaked. Mattresses reeked of wet, moldy water, even still 3 weeks later. The home looked like a giant petri dish. The weather was hot and humid, and for those that have never visited Texas, there's warm weather and then there's Texas. Mosquitoes were everywhere, and who can ever forget the odor, both outside and inside? The smells are indescribable. The streets are lined with neighbors' possessions, all piled up like it holds no value. The neighborhood road snakes around as if it's merely a trail of garbage on each side of the street, piles 4 feet high and 8 feet wide. At first glance, that's what it seemed. But if you stop and look, you'll see clothing, some new, still with tags, bed frames and mattresses and dressers, washers and dryers. But they don't tell the stories of the 100-year-old baby crib, the quilt that our grandmother made that she stitched from pieces of her old clothing, the hutch my father made, the flag flown over Iraq and dedicated to my sister, the John Deere tractor that has less than an hour of use on it. Aerial shots on the internet and in the news, they don't show the significant loss that our family, like many others, is still having to endure. We have friends and family that traveled from Houston, Texas, Wichita, Kansas, and as far as Washington State. Strangers helping and expecting nothing in return. Volunteers from the LDS Church helped, and they thanked our Father for the opportunity to serve. We salvaged what we could. Dad's Marine Corps uniform, although it was covered in mold, was quickly hung to display, almost as if a reminder to him and to the rest of us to soldier on. And that when it's hard, don't just think about it, just get it done. An American flag was found amongst the debris and was quickly hung to show the true American spirit that we all need to be reminded of. We are one body, and in times of crisis, there are no strangers. A person's most useful asset is not knowledge, but a heart full of love, an ear ready to listen, and a hand willing to help. Thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts for listening.